In the Baba Amr neighborhood of Homs, anti-Assad fighters took me into a house where their men were engaged in a shootout with snipers from the Syrian military. These men say they are all defectors from Assad forces. They call themselves the Free Syrian Army. One of the men managed to take a rifle with a precision scope with him when he defected. But most of the fighters from the Free Syrian Army are ill-equipped, short on guns and ammunition, and with no heavy weapons. Still, they have managed to kick Assad forces out of Baba Amr and hold the area. It's possibly the first place in Syria beyond government control. Checkpoints like this mark the front line.
Assad's troops are about 25 to 30 meters away from us with soldiers and tanks. We are here to prevent them from passing and killing young and old.
The man introduced me to one of their leaders. Abdul Razak Class is one of the few willing to be identified. He was a lieutenant in Assad's army before defecting. His uncle is a former Syrian defense minister.
We got orders in the army that went against my oath as a soldier. I had sworn to protect civilians, but when I saw what the government forces were doing to the people, I defected on June 2nd.
People like Abdul Razak Class are heroes for the people of Baba Amr. He was cheered at an anti-government demonstration. But Baba Amr is surrounded by the Syrian military and constantly shelled by tanks and artillery. At a meeting in a safe house, Abdul Razak Class insists that even though Assad has not used his air force against the uprising, only a no-fly zone imposed by the international community could help the rebels win.
We are in contact with soldiers who are in the army. They tell us that a no-fly zone is essential to prevent them from getting bombed if they defect.
For now, the men of the Free Syrian Army are fighting a guerrilla war against an overpowering foe. They smuggle fighters in and out of the neighborhood they control, evading government checkpoints. At night, they search everyone entering and leaving the area to stop government death squads, the so-called Shabiha, from getting in.
The street you see over there is controlled by the Shabiha. They are known to kidnap our women and children. We try to prevent this. When strangers come here, we stop and search them.
The people of this part of Homs are not afraid to take to the streets. There are regular nighttime rallies. But after months of casualties, they have long lost their faith in non-violent protests. In Baba Amr, many believe that real change in Syria will only come from the barrel of a gun.